Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Sydney here. I'm sorry about that before. Had a little bit of a hiccup, if you will, with my streaming program. So it's all sorted. I'm back online. We are good to go. So, I'm not going to harp on as much as on the last attempt as I did. I'm not going to harp on in this attempt as much as I did in the last one, with respect to the first point on the article I was referring to, but I am going to go back to that. And you guys may have noticed I did a video this morning on the female contraceptive pill and the effects of the extra testosterone in that on women, on their fertility, on female behavior, on the long-term societal and broader reaching implications by way of the butterfly effect of the female pill being an option for women. And just for the record, I'm not against it, but I certainly think that there are some pros and cons. Not something for me to go into today, but I am going to look at this particular point, which I think is very poignant. Now, I have this article here, and the picture you actually see up here is the picture that I used for my thumbnail this morning when I did the video. Welcome back, Bob and Brizzy Boy. And it says 5 reasons why the male pill isn't coming anytime soon. Don't hold your breath for the male pill. From big pharma to feminism, there are too many reasons why your doctor will not be prescribing it for a long time yet. Last week, the promise of consequence-free sex was waved under the nose of Telegraph readers, which perhaps unsurprisingly struck a chord. Aaron Hamlin's compelling piece, which I'm going to read and might do another video separately on that, on the male contraceptive pill, argued that men can expect a revolution in over-the-counter options within a decade. In many ways, he's correct. And yet, although big scientific strides have certainly been made in this field, there's plenty of behind-the-scenes resistance, which essentially means the production staff at Durex won't be losing sleep over this particular pipe dream anytime soon. For those of you who don't know what Durex is, it is a condom brand. Don't believe me? Here are the 5 perhaps surprising stumbling blocks to the arrival of the male pill, the greatest thing we've ever had. Or we've never had, should I say. Drug companies think it's too risky, so look, it is a lot of R&D, it is a lot of expense, it is a lot of risk for a drug company to invest billions of dollars into this to maybe get the return that they would hope to get on that money when they could be focusing into other areas where they know there's a guaranteed higher return on investment. Now, flick through here. Men are not demanding it in huge numbers. After years of being nudged out of the discussion on gender issues, men have long lost their voices on some of the big issues, especially when it comes to demanding things for themselves. That's why you go MGTOW. With a Twitter mob always on hand to take offense at anything, you mean a Twitter mob of feminists, that is, that they fear it'll appear sexist or self-serving to dip a toe into the gender debate, so they let the women get on with it. So you mean they let the women battle it out amongst themselves. But annoyingly, this public silence is subjects such as contraception. Okay, this makes no sense. It says, but annoyingly, this public silence is subjects such as contraception is misread by pharmaceutical companies as a lack of interest. So they fear they'll invest time and money into a product which, a bit like the Sinclair C5, will be a massive flop because there's no consumer demand. Oh boy, you better believe there's consumer demand. Brizzy Boy says, feminism won't let the male pill happen. It will take the power of reproduction on the side of women to the side of men if men can get the pill. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Forget sperm and egg, this is chicken and egg, which is precisely why we need a minister for men's health, male or female. No, we need a male minister for men's health to champion these things legitimately and in Parliament, even if just to break the deadlock. Although imperfect, current methods work just fine for most men. So that is things like vasectomies and condoms, etc. Some are more permanent than others, but they're both pretty much highly effective. 4, it could fuel a misplaced panic about STIs. STIs are on the rise, with new strains reportedly appearing in regions across the world at a rapid rate in some parts. In part, some say, thanks to hookup apps such as Tinder. Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised? Good point. Just because the female pill controls pregnancy and not STIs doesn't make it any less of a success. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Here we go. Here's the good bit, guys. here is the juicy bit, right? Because Godfather says, if to Brizzy Boy, that if men can get a pill, shopping malls will go broke. No stay-at-home mothers spending all their man's money on baby stuff and coffee. Now, here we go. I'm going to actually zoom in for this. Many feminists don't like the idea. Well, what a surprise. They don't like any control in the hands of men. They like to have all the control and all of the say-so on basically everything to do with men. Let's continue. At the risk of having fecal matter posted through my letterbox, one of the other big barriers to the male pill has been feminism. Granted, we're talking big sweeping generalizations here, but history speaks for itself. See, while the latest scientific breakthroughs may be new, the general concept of a male pill is not. In the 1970s, Brazilian endocrinologist Dr. Elcimar Coutinho developed one of the first ever male pill prototypes. Made from all-natural cottonseed, it didn't go down too well with the pharmaceutical companies for obvious reasons, because it's hardly a money spinner if the local health shop can produce a no-frills version for half the price. But it also suffered social resistance. Bit of itchy ginger there. When launched in the 1974 World Health Conference in Budapest, religious groups voiced concerns and feminists, surprise, surprise, staged a boycott, storming Coutinho's presentation and demanding, well, imagine that, feminists demanding things. They'd never do that, right? Demanding that only women, not men, should be making choices about parenthood. Now, I wonder why that might be. Could it be because that would take away their cash cow? Could it possibly be that that would mean they'd have to actually, you know, fend for themselves, God forbid? Is that what it would mean? I'm just saying, playing devil's advocate here. Think attitudes have changed? Don't be so sure. Not long ago, feminist site Jezebel dubbed the idea whore pills for men, while Angela Phillips wrote in The Guardian that the bigger issue behind the development of a contraceptive pill for men is that the women risk losing control of conception. She added, while we are transfixed by the idea that men might at last be able to share the loss of libido, weight gain, and general grumpiness which often accompany pill taking for women, well, I'm sorry to say, but weight gain and general grumpiness also don't have to be related to the pill for women. It can just be women on a bad day or on an average day, you know, sometimes even on a good day. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, look, enough of the nitpicking. Back to the article. We are in danger of losing track of the bigger issue, control. The pill gives women control of the fertility tap. She decides when to turn it off, but just as important, she decides after discussion, we hope. Well, we know that won't happen if she just wants the baby and she wants to lock him in, when to turn it back on. Which, funnily enough, is precisely why men need their own version. Wouldn't it be better if pregnancies were planned by both parties all the time, rather than control resting solely with women? That really shouldn't be such a bitter pill to swallow. Right? Now I'm going to go back to regular size on this one here. So what do you guys think? Right? Because we've got some comments going on here. You know, we talk about the idea of a financial abortion, right? Where if a woman decides she wants a baby, the man should be able to opt out within a very short time frame before it's too late of, you know, being financially responsible, especially if he's been tricked into it, right? So what's the situation here? You know, guys want the pill to control fertility, right? To stop from getting women pregnant. And women can be taking the pill and lull men into a false sense of security and then lie about going off it or lie about taking it religiously. God Bother says, the way women are these days, it's a part of the reason why I'm a Jesus freak virgin. Ah, man, you know, Can't blame you sometimes. Can't blame you, Godfather. Can't blame you. It's quite a conundrum we have on our hands. What a day, actually. I'm a bit tired. But really want, I was itching all day to get to you guys and share this. Itching all day. Because this is the thing, right? Like, by preventing men from having control over fertility, they are actually enabling women to trap men, enabling women to create a revenue stream by simply having sex during ovulation and lying about taking a pill. Live Free says, I don't think the male pill will ever come. Feminists will storm the UN to stop it. The Pope will go nuts. It just won't happen. Well, we know that the UN is full of feminists and social justice warriors. Basically, not handing everything to women on a silver platter is apparently a human rights violation, if you ask the UN. Let's be honest. Anyway, guys, I wanted to share that with you. I thought it was quite poignant, and it was very much relevant to the video I did this morning. So yeah, guys, I'm going to leave you with that. I'm actually thinking about what my next video is going to be, and I'm going to do a video in the next sort of 10 to 15 minutes from now. But if you guys want to go check me out on one of my other platforms, check out the description. If you want to donate by PayPal, Patreon, I do have members only content for Patreon, even at $1 a month. Do Patreon lens videos and photos. It's kind of like my little Snapchat, but without backside pictures and hashtags saying inspirational and all that bullshit that all the Insta models tend to put. It's just a bit of an inside look and a bit of fun, around Sydney MGTOW's behind the scenes, everyday, day-to-day activity. All right, guys, I'm gonna bounce for now, but I'm gonna be back in about 10-15 minutes with another video. So I look forward to seeing you guys then. Peace.